What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to do a new commentary on Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley had recently given an interview to R0BBED, and he discussed his situation with his ex-wife, Jen, a woman that basically took him to the cleaners when they divorced. Not only did she get half of a lot of his different properties, but also she got his championship belts. Now, why the judge would give her those belts and why she would want them tells me a lot about her and her mentality. She's one of these women that wants to win. She cares more about winning than having a functional relationship. And I would not be shocked if the woman has not met a man to the level of Shane Mosley. But we're going to get into this because I made a video about Shane Mosley years ago. Sugar Shane Mosley. He's a pro boxer. Was a talented boxer, and he's somebody that, to me, I feel like should get a lot more credit as far as, you know, his run as a champion. But let's be as a pro boxer. But let's be real. Towards the tail end of his career, man, you could tell that those, you know, was wearing him down, and that's what happens in boxing when you hold on probably longer than you should. You start to have the effects of what boxing does to you. But be that as it may, Shane Mosley, and I spoke about this years ago in my commentary, I'll probably link it in the description box. He got taken to the cleaners by a woman who I don't think really cared about Shane. Even though they were legally married for 9 years, apparently Shane Mosley, he told R0BBED this, that she was married previously from 95 to 2006. And to another man, I guess, to help him get his green card, or, you know, and never got divorced from, even when she was with Shane. So he was saying that she was a bigamist, and she argued that she wasn't. And the fact that I don't know if they never followed up on it, they didn't find any evidence, but he still is saying to this day that she had another husband. And this woman, to me, was somebody that got way more from this divorce than she should have. I mean, you would think that she was with Shane since he was, you know, since he first started boxing, which is not the case. They were only together from 2002 to 2011. Now I'm going to go over some of these articles real quick, and I'm going to show y'all why marriage, when you have something to lose, marriage is not something that you should aspire to. Because a lot of times when you're in the spotlight like he was, and you're getting these big fights like he was, of course that woman wants to be with you, but she knows when the writing is on the wall, and when your career is by the tail's end, she wants to, you know, she wants to separate herself from you, and she wants to take half of what you've built. Nobody should be able to come into your life and take half of what you built. I don't care if they've been with you for 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. If you built something, I don't care if you're my spouse. You should not be able to get half of what I have built just because you are my spouse. Nobody told you to sit there and be lazy and not do anything for yourself. That was the decision that you made. And ultimately, Shane Mosley paid for that. Now, this was from an article from 2015 where he talked about how his ex-wife robbed him. Now, according to that article, during the divorce proceedings, it was brought up that she had a previous marriage, and I guess the judge didn't take that into consideration. You know, she denied it. Jen Mosley, she denied it. And this is what she got out of the settlement. She got 3 houses. She got several investment and bank accounts. She got a 2009 Mercedes G-Wagon and a 2008 Cadillac Escalade. Income from Mosley's fight library, $600,000 lump sum for spousal support. Not only that, she got his 3 championship belts, you know, and I just think that that was absolutely ridiculous. Also, she had got half of his American Express points during their marriage. So she got over 400,000 points. I mean, you could just tell that this judge really sided with her, thought that she needed all of this. Okay, I understand you want to give her a car or you want to give her a house, whatever, right? You want to give her some spousal support, okay, but why would you give this woman his championship belts? That is very vindictive. And that says a lot more about the judge than his ex-wife. Why don't you just give her all his properties, all the things that he's worked for? But the judge did that because the judge probably looked at him, and he looked at this pro boxer and probably had no respect for him. Looked at this woman, Jen, she probably has the sad face, you know. I'm not going to bring race into it, but, you know, she's an Asian woman. I mean, it is what it is. I just think that this woman did not have to accept those belts. Now, I'm not sure that she asked for it, but it was granted to her. And I just think it was absolutely sickening to see this. And when I look at this article further, because, you know, I believe Shane Mosley was smart. Before his divorce proceedings, he got the fight scheduled after divorce proceedings. This is probably why the judge did this, because he did get a $3 million payout from his Manny Pacquiao fight, and this was after the divorce proceedings. So that was smart on his end. The judge wanted to get the belts from him and give the belts to his children. What? The judge took the belts from him to give to his ex-wife so that each child can get a belt. Do they even? I mean, he could have gave the children the belts if they wanted them. Listen, when you're getting a divorce, especially in some of these, but y'all know California. This is why I tell y'all, marriage is nothing more than a contract with the government. When you get married, you're signing a contract with the government. Therefore, they have say-so in your marriage. With your money becomes the government's money when you get married. You can say whatever you want, but that's just the God honest truth. Whenever you get married, you sign a contract with the state, and they have say-so over your money now. Not the banks, not you, the government does. And when that woman divorces you, they tell you what you're going to get. They tell you what you're going to get. And not only that, they'll take money and property from you that you pay for, and then your future earnings will be taken from you as well. Look at some of these women. Look at Michael Strahan's ex-wife. He paid this woman millions of dollars. Plus, I believe he paid her child support, I believe. And this woman still wasn't satisfied. She blew through the money, and years later was back trying to get more money. I believe he gave her, what, $11 million? And she was back looking for more. She blew that in less than 10 years, I believe. But they say that these women are better with money than men. Women are greedy and lazy. And once they link up with a famous professional athlete, they feel like they don't have to work no more. That ain't the men's fault. It ain't these men who work hard in their career. It ain't their fault these women are lazy. These women could always go out and strive to do for themselves, but they don't want to. They get used to being taken care of. They get entitled. And when you look at Shane Mosley and men like him, you feel like you're marrying these women for the right reasons. You have children with them. And then you realize that person really don't want to be with me. They're just with me because of who I am and what I have. And he really found it out the hard way, unfortunately. And that's what we have to deal with in society. Society tells women that they can do for themselves. They don't need a man. But then they will take from the man to give to that woman. That just never set well with me. You push a narrative that women don't need men unless they're getting a divorce, and now they need money from that man. They need property from that man. But you were just pushing a narrative before that you didn't need men. This is where we're at. This is why I am not a fan of marriage. If you're a man that doesn't have money and resources and you choose to get married, that is 100% a decision that you make. I'm not here to tell you what you should do or do in that sense, because you don't lose anything. But if you are a man that has worked your way from nothing, created something for you and your family, you have to be more conscientious of the type of women that you are marrying. If you're out here marrying women who are broke, who don't have anything going for themselves, you're taking a very big risk, because she's going to become entitled and she's going to get used to that lifestyle. And when she divorces you, she's going to come for everything. She's going to come for everything. Instead of her taking that time to build something for herself, she's in your pockets. So I would just say, listen, if you are a man of money and resources, be very, very careful of the type of women that you interact with relationship wise and marriage wise, because the gold digger spirit is everywhere. Some are better at hiding it than others, but when they get a taste of that lifestyle, they never want to go back. So let me know what's in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.